Hey, you guys remember that super popular Britney Spears song back in the day? It was like, oops, I think I did it again. I played with your heart. I crashed the stock market. Ooh, baby, baby, that is Trump's favorite song. If you walk by the White House, he's blasting it out of the White House. That's literally, I think, Trump's favorite song. He sings that all the time because, oh, I think he did it again, okay? And if you didn't know, he sent out this little tweet today that completely tanked the stock market, okay? And, you know, there were several tweets that were sent. And this is honestly the tweet that really got everybody freaked out, okay? It said, our great American companies are hereby ordered to immediately start looking for an alternative to China. And oh boy, did the markets not like that. Look at what ended up happening to the stock market, okay? By the way, futures were up today, okay? Futures were up going into the market, and needless to say, it got to be an ugly day. NASDAQ ended up falling 3%, okay? The Dow ended up falling well over 600 points. And tweets like this are starting to become more and more regular, and the market gets really freaked out when they hear stuff like, I hereby order you to take your production out of China and bring it back to the United States. The market gets freaked out. The market thinks, oh boy, the trade war is getting even worse at this point, okay? It looks like it's just getting worse and worse. It looks like China and the US will never make a deal. And if the China and US don't make a deal, then guess what? Company earnings are going to be hurt for years into the future. This isn't just like some type of short-term thing going on, okay? China is a massive, massive market for a massive amount of huge US corporations. And if there's not a deal done, then earnings will be hurt for several years out for a ton of companies out there, okay? And this is why, if you look at just a chart, just go do a 1-year chart, last 12 months of the Dow Industrial Average, and you'll see the market has gone nowhere in an entire year. And usually the markets go up, 8% roughly a year, and the market has done absolutely nothing. Like literally, just pull up a 1-year chart. Look at that 1-year chart of the Dow Jones. It has a hell of a lot of volatility in there. You're going to see a lot of peaks and a lot of crashes, needless to say, okay? It especially got ugly back in December, but at the end of the pie, the market's not really doing anything. Like, it's unbelievable, okay? That's what we have going on. So let's go ahead and look at some of this carnage that happened on Wall Street today, okay? Let's go look at some particular stocks, because a lot of stocks got hit way worse than what the markets got hit, okay? We had L Brands down over 9% today, okay? The Homey down over 7% today. AMD stock down 7.4% today. Nordstrom was down over 7%. Home and Nordstrom were doing so great. They were on the comeback. And then that tweet got sent out, and now look at those stocks. Unbelievable, okay? What a difference, a 24-hour period can make. Eli down over 6% today. Skechers, the shoe company, down over 6% today. Obviously, they manufacture some products outside of the United States. Maxim Technologies, another business that gets a lot of business from Asia, down nearly 6% today. Under Armour. If you didn't know, Under Armour makes most of its products outside of the United States of America, okay, including a lot in China. And look at the way that stock got hit today, okay? Nearly a 6% dive for Under Armour here, okay? United Natural Foods was down well over 5% today, down about 5.5%. That one kind of doesn't even make sense that it's down so much, considering most of their business is all US based, US products, dealing with US retailers. John Deere, obviously a business that does international business, down over 5% here today. And obviously with the whole situation where China is buying less and less agricultural products from the United States, that's not good for farmers. If it's not good for farmers, it's not good for farming equipment. And if trade war gets worse and worse, you see why a stock like John Deere is down over 5% here today. Nvidia stock down over 5% today. Okay, that's another one that's obviously, a company doing amazing things there, but they do a lot of business internationally, including China. And, with things getting worse and worse, who knows how their business is going to do in China overall, including a lot of their products are manufactured actually in China, okay? And when you have these type of tweets, it's going to scare a lot of people. US Steel down another 5+% here today. That was once the darling darling company that Trump would say, look at our steel jobs are coming back, and look at US Steel. That stock has fallen from like $47 a share to $11 a share in like a year's time, or a little over a year. Like pull up the 1 or 2 year chart on US Steel. It's unbelievable, okay? Hesco Corporation down nearly 5% here today. Tesla stock down nearly 5% here today, okay? Got hit hard, down, $10.75 a share. Needless to say, China retaliated with some tariffs recently of 25% on auto manufacturers, that are basically importing their cars into China, okay? So that's something short term that hurts Tesla. But remember, Tesla, the Shanghai factory is opening probably within the next 3 months. And so that tariff situation isn't actually that bad for Tesla, but it gets caught in the crossfires at the end of the day, okay? That's just what's going on right now with the trade war and tariffs and all this stuff, okay? Qualcomm, one of the biggest semiconductor companies in all of the world, that one's down about 4.71%. So you see a lot of these stocks are down much more than what the stock market in general was down. CCS, which is a huge builder of homes in the United States of America, okay, otherwise known as Century Communities, that stock was down 4.65% here today. Apple, obviously, where are most Apple devices made? They're made in China at the end of the day, okay? As far as actually putting the devices together, they're manufactured in China, and they have a huge China business that is really hurting right now since this trade war and tariffs started off. And it looks like things are just getting worse and worse. And look at Apple stock here today, down 4.62%. Tapestry Brands down 4.56%. They have a big business in China and Asia in general. Capri Holdings Company down 4.5%. Another company that does big business in China, and a lot of their products are manufactured in China and other parts of Asia. So needless to say, a stock like that's going to get hit today hard. Square stock down 4.48%. You have Ambarella down 4.4%. You have Skyworks Solutions, which is a potential huge player in 5G. Look at the way that stock got hit today, almost 4.4% hit today. Winning Resorts, obviously not so winning today. That stock was down over 4% today. Obviously with, trade tensions and, the relationship between the United States of America and China getting worse and worse, literally pretty much by the day right now. It doesn't bode well for even a player like Wynn Resorts that gets a ton of their business from the Macau region. And who goes to Macau? It's mostly all Chinese people. So it's just a real bad situation for a lot of these companies, okay? AMC, which is obviously a movie theater company, mostly United States based, but that one even fell today, down 4+%. A stock like Alibaba is obviously going to get hit when you have all this drama going on, right? Alibaba down 4.3% here today. Elf on a Shelf fell 4%, okay? In order to get Elf stock to go down, you really have to work hard at it, okay? So congratulations, Trump. You even got Elf stock to fall 4% today, okay? That's an impressive accomplishment, okay? That stock is just a beast. Marvell Technology fell 4% today. MU, which is one of the biggest memory chip companies in all of the world, and they do a lot of business in China selling memory to different Chinese players, okay? That one got hit over 4% here today. Textron Corporation down 4%. FedEx down nearly 4%. And so this all kind of bothers me, okay? And it's not because like stock prices are falling or something like that. Stock prices fall, okay, I can go ahead and buy stocks for cheaper prices, okay? That's not what bothers me. If I look at government's role isn't just to make sure the United States economy grows and those sorts of things. The government's role is also to stabilize markets. Because if you look at something like the stock market, right? It's already an incredibly volatile place, okay? Stocks are all moving up or down big on given days with earnings and with different things that are going on as it is, okay? So stock market's already a very volatile place. And then you go ahead and you throw in an individual who wants to send these tweets that send the market tanking on a given day, and it makes the stock market even more of a volatile roller coaster at the end of the day, okay? And when you have these type of moves in the stock market, these dramatic moves, first off, the government's role is supposed to be to help out all individuals, right? By creating all this volatility, all it really does is help out individuals like myself and other big investors in the market who can take advantage of these deals that are short term, okay? Keep in mind, most people aren't like myself that will go ahead and take advantage of deals. Most people aren't big fund managers that can take advantage of this. Most people are normal people, meaning they're not meant for this type of crazy volatility. And the government's role is supposed to be the best for all people, not for the 1%. Government's role is supposed to be the best for all people, okay? And so when you have the stock market being crazy volatile like this, and news headlines about the stock market crash, and oh my gosh, look what happened in the stock market today, it feeds a very negative narrative around the stock market in general, right? And that scares away a lot of folks looking to get involved in the stock market. Just like, I'm not even talking about people buying individual stocks like I teach and whatnot. I'm talking about people just buying into index funds because they look at this and they're like, oh my gosh, people just lost so much money today. Oh my gosh, look at all the wealth that was lost on this given day, okay? And it freaks people out. And so if I'm looking at it, the government's role should be to try to like stabilize markets as much as possible, not have them go boom, 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 boom. Like that's just not good for the average person out there, okay? And you know what else it does? It creates a lot of short-term mindsets, okay? Short-term mindsets. The stock market and investing in general should be a long-term gain. Thinkers should be thinking long-term, but when you have all this volatility in the market, when you have all these tweets and whatnot and the drama going back and forth, all it does is create a lot of short-term mindsets and people starting to think, gosh, I got to start timing out the market. Oh, the stock market's gone up a little bit. Oh, Trump might be about to send another tweet. Let me go ahead and sell out. And all it starts doing is producing people to have these very, very short-term mindsets, which is a very, very negative thing for the market and individuals in general. The best businesses and the best investors are ones that focus long-term and aren't worried about the short-term day-to-day stuff that's going on. But it's hard to even focus long-term when you have so much drama going on out there, and at any moment a tweet can be sent and the market goes down 700 points and stocks fall 5, 6, 7%, some of these stocks. At any moment it can happen, and so the stock market starts having anxiety. And if we go back and look at that tweet here today, does that tweet do anything? Does it do anything other than create the stock market to be a more volatile place? No, that tweet is a whole lot of nothing. That tweet, hereby order companies, okay? No one cares about that. Do you think Apple cares about that tweet? No, Apple doesn't care about that tweet, okay? Nvidia, do you think they're like, oh crap, he sent that tweet, oh gosh, we gotta move production? No, they don't care, okay? You think AMD cares? You think Amazon cares about that tweet, okay? None of these companies really care about that, but the stock market in general does care about that, okay? And it created an unbelievably volatile day. So all that tweet did is it just scared a bunch of people out of the market, and it scared a bunch of people from even getting involved with the market. That's all that did. It didn't actually accomplish anything, okay? And the United States has been a great place and a thriving place for such a long time, and I think will continue to be in future because we don't act like we're a dictatorship. It's not one individual saying, oh, all you companies over there, you can't produce products there, you got to produce them over here. Oh, you can't do business with them, you just got to do business over here, or something like that. The world works better and economies work better when they can all work together, okay? And I understand like you know, why governments sometimes they don't get along and why they have differences, but by sending a tweet out like that, it accomplishes absolutely nothing other than hurting the stock market. There's so much that can go on behind closed doors and in a better setting to get your point across, that rather than send a tweet like that just completely freaks out the entire stock market and causes these stocks just to absolutely tank. It's just not the way it should be done in the end. All it's doing is creating a ton more volatility in the stock market. The stock market is not going anywhere. You pull up a one-year chart and it's like, wow, the stock market has done literally nothing over the past 12 months. It's pretty unbelievable. And it's just creating more and more short-term mindsets and more anxiety around, oh, the stock market's up a little bit now. Oh, maybe the next Trump tweet's going to come out. Let me go ahead and sell shares. And it's starting to create a lot of short-term mindsets out there of people trying to time the market based on, you know, when a tweet might come out or might not. And that's just not the role of government. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, make sure you smash that thumbs up button and let me know your opinion down there in the comment section. And let me know if you picked up any shares today for, you know, a little discounted price. I would love to hear from you guys as always. Thank you for watching and have a great day.